Joni Erikson Tyler was 17 when she dove into the Chesapeake Bay. She didn't realize that the water that she was diving into was shallow. So when she dove into the water, she landed on a rock, broke her neck, fractured her vertebrae. And from that day forward, she was paralyzed from the shoulders down. That was 1967. In 2010, Joni was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. She underwent a mastectomy, chemotherapy, and if you've ever had anyone in your life endure cancer, you understand that it's a evil disease for what it does to people in their bodies. Joni has been suffering her entire life. One day, Joni was in the car with her husband, and she was feeling sick because of the chemo. And they got into a conversation on suffering, and this is what Joni said in an interview that I watched with her. She said, "Suffering is like a little splash over of hell that comes early." She said, "Suffering comes to wake you up from your spiritual slumber and get you to appreciate the actual hell Christ rescued you from." They talked through that idea a little more, and Joni, being introspective, said this. She said, if suffering is a splash over of hell, then what is a splash over of heaven? To which I would ask, is it when everything is easy? Is it when hope is high as heaven? Is it when everything is rainbows and butterflies? Is it when joy isn't hard to find? And this woman who hasn't been able to walk or run or swim or sit down without assistance or use her hands freely, who is now enduring cancer and chemo, this is her response to her own question. She says, I think a splash over of heaven is finding Jesus in the middle of your hell.